Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to wait maybe just another 2 minutes before we get started. And my favorite co-host will be joining. He's just having some technical difficulties getting logged in. So any minute now, there will be two of us. Hello again. I'm just going to wait maybe just one more minute for my co-host to get logged in, and then we'll get going. Oh, there he is. Okay, so Eric, hello, yay.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Okay. I'm so glad we got all the bugs worked out.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we'll go ahead and get started. It's 12:03. I'm pretty excited to show this one, but I do need to say there is a little bit of glitch in the marketing materials. This is actually not a Marion plan. This is a Gallatin. So this is a side garage Gallatin we're looking at today. So tiny change of plans, but to start over, so I am Katie Smith. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I am a home ownership counselor out of Adair's Cresswell office. And Eric, say a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Eric. I'm out of the Adair Homes Lincoln City, Oregon office on the lovely Oregon coast.
And I will just preface this by saying I completely ambushed Eric with this one. I just told him about 45 seconds ago that we're doing a Gallatin and not a Marion. So he's kind of seeing this for the first time as well, which will keep it interesting, I think. But
Sure.
Okay, I am going to start by showing you the Gallatin. So if you have been on our website, you have seen our pre-engineered plans and the exterior options that come with them. And I always like to say these are suggestions or starting places. So for example, if you like the classic, but you want to add cultured stone to it, or maybe a timber frame crow's foot in front of the garage, you can go up and out from here. You can expand on these. So this particular customer started with the traditions elevation. So what you are seeing here is just a lap siding on the bottom half of the house, and then a batten board on the top half. And of course, trim around all the windows and doors all the way around. He took the garage and moved it to the side. So you're going to see the side garage version of this plan. But of course, you can leave it on the front, you can flip it to the side, you can reverse the whole thing, or you can leave it exactly as you see it. So before I go into the floor plan and the changes that he made structurally, I just want to give a reminder to please throw us your questions as we're going through this. It kind of keeps it interesting. Eric's going to be fielding questions and monitoring the Q&A box. So if you see something you want to know more about, just throw a question into that Q&A and he will grab it and answer it as we go.
Sure will.
Or Eric, if you have questions as we go, we'll keep this
I'll have
fun.
comments.
I like that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you this floor plan as it was drawn. So you are coming in here under this covered porch area directly into your great room. You've got this large coat closet, and then your dining room back here in the corner with kind of a horseshoe shaped kitchen. Down the hallway, a lot of understair storage, a half bath, and then the primary suite. So big walk-in closet, bathroom, bedroom.
That's a good, it's a good floor plan for downstairs or the main level, I should say. If you have guests that have issues with stairs, or maybe yourself, super to have that nice big bedroom on the main level.
Agreed. That's a good point.
Mhm.
I have had people too, for, like maybe aging in place purposes, move the washer and dryer downstairs, kind of utilize this understairs storage space to make a washer dryer room down here, so that maybe 30 years from now, you don't want to go up and down the stairs all the time. Everything you need is right here on this main level.
For sure.
Upstairs, we've got this giant bonus room and then 3 bedrooms. Utility room is up here, and then a second full bath. So it's a 2.5 bath, 4 bedroom with a bonus room. Kind of a really efficient use of space for 2,080 square feet.
I think so too. If I can just comment, I'm working
Yes.
on a Gallatin. Actually, I'm working on 2 Gallatins, and each of them are doing one thing that I just love about Adair, and that is a click of a button custom option of adding a second master suite upstairs.
I love that. Let's just look at that since you brought that up. You can see, so if you click the interactive floor plan button, you can see some of the most popular upgrades people have done. And this was anticlimactic because that one is not shown here. So actually,
Well, they'll have to come in and chat with us.
yeah, exactly. There you go. Okay. So, but just like Eric said, that was a great segue. So these plans are a good starting point. They're customizable. And then there is all of these pre-engineered options you can just push to change just to better fit what you need. So for example, the plan I'm about to show you, the customer did make some pretty extensive structural changes. So let's just pull those up and start there. Okay, let me make this a little bigger or put my glasses on, one of the two. All right, so what you're looking at here, garage is now on the side. We've got this big covered front porch area. But the big thing that you might not notice is this plan is originally drafted as 40 feet wide, but that would not fit on this lot. So we are right up to the surveyor's pins.
Wow.
At 39 feet wide. Yep. So tiny modification there. Originally, we had talked about maybe doing a single car garage or making modifications to the garage, but ultimately decided to take a little bit of space from living. So you are now going to come in here in your front door. But if you will remember, this used to be kind of a closed off horseshoe shaped kitchen, and now it is just one big open room. So this customer eliminated this wall of uppers and lowers and the peninsula that came out here, and instead just did a big island in the center with more of an open concept kitchen dining great room.
Super, very nice.
Yeah. Still got this big understairs storage area, an entry closet, half bath stayed the same, but the primary suite and bathroom, so this is where our square footage came from. This bedroom's a tiny bit smaller. There was no longer room to do the side-by-side shower and tub. And so what he did is he moved the toilet here to where the tub was intended to go, made the vanity a tiny bit longer, and just ran with just a shower.
Nice.
And then we've still got the walk-in closet, of course. Upstairs, not quite as major on the changes. So there was originally kind of this storage closet facing the loft area from in front of these 2 closets, and instead he just extended these. So made the bedroom closets bigger and eliminated that hallway closet. Otherwise, standard upstairs.
It's because it's great.
Yep. Let's see. Should we get into the video, or do you have any thoughts before I leave the plans?
Well, I snuck through the video, and so I've got lots of comments coming.
Okay. Okay, I love it. All right, so I will preface this by saying that the video goes fairly quick, so I will pause occasionally, especially if questions come through or if there's things that Eric and I want to kind of dive deeper into. But what you are looking at here is the front elevation of the Gallatin plan with side garage. This customer had already painted. Of course, we now include paint, so we will be doing that as part of the base product. But he's got the secondary kind of accent color up here on the top half of the house, and then the darker color. These yellow boards are little pieces of hardy board that had to be replaced for one reason or the other and haven't been repainted yet. So, all right.
Yeah, I like the colors that he chose. It's throughout the whole place. There is just walking in right here, because of the lighter colors and the warm floor, everything just opens up.
I completely agree. And there was a definite vision for these. So you might have kind of saw the corner of the house in front of it, a white and black looking house. That was a Marion. And we built both of these at the same time for this customer. So these were investment builds. And this one was actually, you'll notice we got in here a little bit before the house was done. And the reason is because the house was sold. And so we wanted to get in there before, you know, they got the certificate of occupancy and started moving in, because the new buyers, our new owners, had plans to move in basically the day that construction closed. So, all right, what you are seeing here is this newly created large open concept great room kitchen dining. This is a custom laminate floor we brought in for this customer, and it's a Shaw product, so we just custom optioned it, brought it in. And then a couple other things to note. So standard ceiling height, of course, is 8 foot. This customer went ahead and did the 9 foot plate height.
Nice.
Yes, and then he also custom optioned all these super tall interior doors. So you'll see all of the interior doors are 8 foot tall doors. Additionally, this trim package was a custom option. So he kind of took our Craftsman product and modified it. He wanted this really tall 5-inch baseboard. So it's a Craftsman, but with a taller baseboard and wider door wrap.
And all of this, including all of those fantastic recessed cans, adds height. So whether you are 5'5" and you just want to fill even shorter, or if you're taller and you want room, what a great design concept this whole house is.
I totally agree with you. Yep. Okay, so let me just, before I hit play again, so the stuff that was still happening when we came in to take this video, the finished carpenter was there as we were taking the video. So the crown molding is not on the cabinets yet, and you'll see some of the trim pieces are not on around the cabinets, and then baseboards in the bathrooms as we go. So those were things that were still kind of in action, and I got in here. I jumped the gun just a tiny bit. So going into this kitchen is a fine starting place. This support column is required now because we eliminated that entire wall. There are options to do a larger beam if you'd rather not have the support column there. And then this customer went ahead and did a shaker style cabinet door, which is a standard style for us. He upgraded to the white paint. And then he actually deleted all the knobs and opted to provide his own drawer pulls and door pulls. So you'll see there's nothing happening quite yet, but they are close. Also deleted all the standard appliances and provided his own. So we did the accommodations for, say, this microwave hood, but he provided the appliances.
So you're saying that our customers can have even more flexibility when it comes to appliances, not just all the options that we offer with everything else.
Totally. We just did actually, we had a customer upriver who had a 48-inch range, a gas range they wanted to. So we did the prep work and cut the cabinets accordingly. And obviously the electrical and the gas line, and she's able to just bring in her oven or her range unit and just hook it up and go.
Beautiful.
Yes. And then of course we do have some upgrades ourselves too. So maybe you like our standards, maybe you like some of our upgrades, or maybe you choose to just do your own thing. The sky's really the limit. As far as appliances go, our base price includes a 30-inch range, a microwave hood, and a dishwasher. We don't provide the refrigerator, but we do, as a standard, include obviously the plug for it, and then the plumbed line for an ice maker or what have you.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say a lot of my clients like the gourmet kitchen upgrade because they like the fact that it has KitchenAid. It is reliable, it looks great, and the price point is exceptional. So I just wanted to throw that in.
Totally agree. And I've never used KitchenAid appliances, so I can't vouch for that portion of it. Not that I know how to bake anyways. However, they look so good. They look great.
Well, they perform well, so.
Good to know. Okay, we've got both sides covered then. Okay, so we've got a solid surface countertop in here. This customer decided to do their own backsplash, so you'll see no backsplash as of yet, and that is of course something that any customer can choose to do. Although we do have a standard subway tile and then like 40 or 50 upgrade options in our design centers.
Oh my gosh, it is just, at this point, I can't carry all of the products. So we just simply go visit emser.com and sky's the limit.
Very nice. And I'm glad you brought that up because we'll see a custom tile in the bathrooms that came about from that very path. So when we do a solid surface countertop upgrade, we are now going to modify your kitchen sink to an undermount, either a really deep single bowl stainless steel or a really deep double bowl stainless steel. And then of course there's other options from there. So if you're into the farm sink or just a wrapped cast iron or what have you, there's a lot of other sink options.
And just take a look at that layout right there. It is so functional and style wise. If you want to go French country, you want to go more modern, it is absolutely 100% anything that you want. This was done so tasteful.
I agree. And there was a definite vision when they came into design. So I'll let this play a little bit, but I do want to talk more about the kitchen and cabinets specifically. So just a nice shot of this big room, but cabinets. So you will see the uppers in this house go all the way to the ceiling. Of course, that's an option. These cabinets are all custom made. So you could come through here and say, I don't want these to go to the ceiling. I want them to stop right here. And then I want a 1-foot glass front cabinet above everyone. You could do something like that. You could delete the cabinets and do open shelves. You could replace all the cabinets with drawers, add a wine bar area, plate rack, spice rack, pull out shelves, trash drawers. When you come through to design your kitchen, we're going to ask you about 50 questions just to make sure we are modifying this kitchen layout to best fit your intents for it.
Totally true.
Okay. Just a nice shot. This open concept, it's all just one big room at this point. You're not kind of closed off in the kitchen any longer.
Nope.
And I've seen people take and get rid of just the upper cabinets here. So they have kind of like this eat-in bar between great room and kitchen. So this would probably be the extreme as far as opening it up, but there's so many other versions or variants we've done too. Okay. Let's head down the hall to the primary suite. So to your right here is that understair storage. It's just a nice big open. I mean, no one ever complains about storage, right?
No. And having a half bath for entertainment so that your guests aren't going in your private water closet, have you? It's so great. So great.
You just have to keep the one small bathroom clean rather than, right?
Well, that's kind of where I was going, but
Okay, so pedestal sink here. We use all Moen plumbing fixtures. He went ahead and upgraded to our matte black version. And then this door was a very specific request. Hopefully we'll get a better shot of it somewhere, but you can see the 5-inch tall baseboards here. Well, okay, so we do have a standard 5-panel door, but it's not this recessed shaker style. So this client was very specific about the doors kind of matching the cabinet style he chose. So we've got the 8-foot tall doors with the recessed shaker style 5-panel.
Nice.
And then of course, black hinges and the knobs will be black as well. This is a good place to pause again. Sorry, I think I've been pausing every 5 seconds.
It's good. This bedroom is so ridiculously huge anyway. Removing a foot, still a very, very nice sized bedroom. So
I agree. I think if I hadn't have said anything, no one ever would have noticed.
No, I was looking at it, I'm like, wow, it's still quite large. So I mean, you've got lengthwise, you've got room for a good sized bed, workout center, or a bike, something like that, a desk.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yep. Agreed.
Now, did they add an extra window to this room?
Yes. So there were 2 in the front. We just moved one to the side. So
Great.
didn't add, but relocated.
Love it.
But windows, really the sky's the limit for windows. You can add, delete, convert to doors. We could go crazy with windows, or maybe you don't love your views and we get rid of a handful of windows. There's really an abundance of options for windows and doors. So I do want to point out, we talked already about this 5-inch baseboard, but the standard for window wraps is a drywall. And they went ahead and did the sill and apron here. So you could do a full wrap, you can do a decorative full wrap, or you can do just a sill and apron, or you can leave them standard. And then we've got this, at the time, what's funny is the laminate flooring that we brought in and this straw carpet that we brought in were custom options. They are now both part of our standard upgrade.
I was gonna ask you about that. I'm not necessarily a carpet fan for myself. I know people are, and I really liked this. And then it looked familiar.
Yeah, I love it. I think at the time when he designed, he was kind of still up in the air about selling versus renting. And so I was looking for really a low maintenance kind of flooring option, and I think nailed it. But to your point from earlier, so I will pause one more time. Trim is still going in here, so this is not the finished look. But we've got these hexagon shaped black tiles from Imser.
Oh, okay. So good. And
yes,
everybody needs to make sure that they pay attention to how and where this is used throughout the house. It is symmetry done so well and tasteful. So
great. Totally agree. And this is, so we have a small, like a 4-inch hex option for Backsplash. And he saw that and was like, oh, let's make it bigger, let's make it blacker, and let's put it on the floor. So we brought this in special from Imser.
Yeah, it's just great.
We've got, of course, a nice big window for a bathroom over that toilet space. And then I will pause here again. So this shower, we went ahead and left a fiberglass tray in here, but then did that subway tile all the way to the ceiling with a dark grout. And the plan is he's coming in with one of the seamless glass doors that he's going to add.
Nice. I also like the Schluter trim on the shower matching all of the black throughout the house. So nicely done, just that little bit.
Agreed. So this is now we do a undermount version of this sink when there's a solid surface countertop. So similar sink to our now standard, but it's been upgraded slightly. And then he went ahead and did again the black Moen fixtures in here. This is a cabinet change from what we saw in the kitchen. So this is a knotty alder with a clear stain. And again, customer's going to do his own knobs and whatnot to kind of, I'm guessing again, pull in the black features.
Nice.
I would love to go to the Zillow listing and see after we left the finish.
I mean, no wonder this house sold so fast. I could easily live there.
Off to the right, there was that nice big walk-in closet. And now we are headed up the stairs to look at the bonus room and those other bedrooms. So kind of a good shot of this open feeling again. This is a prime location too, right downtown. He was able to subdivide a lot, put 2 houses on it. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So we've got the same carpet heading up the stairs. And then we are at the 2 bedrooms. So these bedrooms essentially mirror each other. So we've got a nice big egress window facing the front, same carpet from downstairs, same baseboard, same windowsills.
Continuity.
This is now a 7-foot closet, and it's going to have the bypass doors.
Nice.
The bypass doors are going to be that 5-panel to match all the other doors. Not quite as tall, but matching.
Beautiful.
And
yeah, they're not tiny bedrooms either. A lot of times when I'm talking about this particular model versus a similar size, people like the fact that these rooms have some size to it, and their kids can grow into the house too, or whatever. It's even if it's a guest room or an office, they have size to it, and you can do a lot with it.
I totally agree. I think a lot of times too, you're like, 4-bedroom house, massive bonus room, great room, all within 2,000 square feet. Like the rooms are probably, they've got to be tiny, but it's just a super efficient plan.
Absolutely. I love this room. I know it's just a bathroom, but that is a clean does all machine here, and the room next door as well. I'm a low maintenance bathroom fan.
Love that. Yep.
And the fiberglass shower inserts that we use now are fantastic. And I say that because they're in my home that we built, and there's room in them. So I'm going to point that out. Don't be shy to use the fiberglass shower inserts.
We left them in our house. Eric and I are both building or have just recently finished building with Adair. So, and we did the same thing. We left the fiberglass shower and the fiberglass tub showers in the guest bathrooms. We've got black Moen fixtures, same as downstairs, black Moen fixtures in the tub, and then that fiberglass tub shower. And it's a little dark in here, but you can almost see those 8-inch black hex tiles on the floor again. And I think we'll get a really good shot of them in this utility room.
For sure.
5-panel door. And there we are, nice big utility room. So he opted for the cabinets over the washer and dryer.
Nice.
Our standard is a 5-foot shelf. Of course, being that cabinets are made to order, you can go crazy with cabinets throughout the house. We do a lot of built-ins here. Do you do a lot of built-ins out of your Lincoln City branch?
Here and there, because we're so coastal, people like to do open shelving. So we do different things. So
yep. And on that note, because we are so muddy, we do a lot of like built-in benches and storage locker type things in mudrooms and utility rooms. So that's been a big thing lately. Sit down and take your shoes off before you go in the house.
Yeah, please take them off. Look at this room.
Right?
I mean,
yeah.
It's just
all the windows are standard.
Yeah, it's just so nice.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I think we'll get a shot of all sides. Originally, we had talked about doing a patio cover back here. He would have loved to have had one, but it put us over that setback. I mean, we used every available inch of build space on this property. So the patio cover was a no-go, but he is pouring his own concrete here. So there will be still some kind of usable space behind the house.
Oh, good.
We added this service door on the side of the garage. And then that is it in a nutshell, the Gallatin. And this is, fun fact, Adair's original 2-story house. So this plan has been a while. It's been around the block for a while. And
yeah, but it's a great floor plan, and there are so many neat things you can do to the exterior.
What I love about this plan, or what I love about Adair, is that if they see someone doing the same custom options over and over and over to a house, for example, modifying that kitchen to get that more of an open feel, they build it into the base. So they're like, okay, this is what people want. Let's just change the plan. So this plan has evolved and modified over the years to stay relevant. And I heard there's even a new release coming soon for a more open concept kitchen as a standard.
Okay. Well, I'll look forward to that one.
Yes. So, of course, talking about the house is my favorite part, but I think it wouldn't be a complete virtual open house if we didn't talk at least a bit about site prep and the process. So you can see here, this customer has concrete forms up because he opted to hire his own concrete contractor for the finished exterior work and have that done himself. Of course, you could hire Adair to do all of your site prep, including your finished concrete, Or you can opt to kind of be more involved and get your feet wet a little bit with hiring your own site prep contractors and handling things like this yourself. What we like to do is when you identify the property, you're under contract on it, we want to come see it so that we can give you a lay of the land as far as, all right, based on what we're looking at, based on what you want to do, here's the work that needs to be done. And then you could either take that list of work and run with it and hire your own contractors, or you can say, all right, I want Adair to write me a bid for the site prep and the house. Anything I'm leaving out there? Anything that's important to add?
No, I just think it's kind of, at least here on the Oregon coast, a lot of people struggle with that portion. And when I bring it up, like that's just part of what we do, it's almost shocking to new customers.
Yeah.
And
It
I'm
can be
thinking, well,
daunting.
now why wouldn't that be something that everyone does? But they don't, and we
That's true.
do. So it makes us a little bit more special. So
That's true. It can be very daunting from the outside looking in. So even if you are interested in kind of handling some of it yourself, it's nice to have that site services team on site with you, answering your questions, and then being available to you if you have questions as you go. We have customers that, they do the dig out. They do as much of this physically themselves as they possibly can. And then customers that start and they're like, okay, I understand the work that needs done. I'm going to call my friend who's an excavator down the street to come in and do it. And then also at the very opposite end of the spectrum, the ones who are like, all right, we want to go turnkey. We want to be minimally involved. We're going to have Adair bid our site prep and our house. So a bunch of different avenues, depending on what fits best. Yeah. Eric, I just had a walk-in. Would you mind chatting for 1 second?
of course.
Thank
So I would like to pick up where we left off in regards to a little bit of wrapping up everything into a loan. Sometimes that's hard for people to understand. And with Adair Financial Services, we can wrap up your land, the site development, your home all in one. So we can take this from beginning to end and give you the keys. And it is a simple, seamless process. So if you have questions about that, make sure you ask any of us about that when you're working with us. It's quite a smooth process.
Totally agree. And one thing I love about Adair Financial Services is that they are locking, because it's kind of uncertain times as far as interest rates right now. They're locking in your build rate and your fixed rate up front with float down options. So you're not, it's not quite as much of a risk or a gamble, because at the very worst, here's where our rates are going to be, here's what our payments are going to be.
And I know that they're looking out for my customers because I get emails and calls asking, where things are at.
Yes.
And they are watching. And that makes me feel great, because then, if there's any questions, they're answered. So
Totally
I
agree.
love it.
Nice having them in-house or in the same corporate office.
For sure.
Okay, so I think our final plug that I always like to include is just come talk to us. There's, it's never too early. If you're looking at a 5-year plan, if you kind of have an eye on property, or if you're casually shopping for houses even, come talk to us. We'll give you a lay of the land. I have clients that come in and they already know who their lender is and where their property is and how much they want to spend and the whole nine, and that's amazing. And then I have clients that come in and they're like, yeah, we just heard about Adair, tell us how it works. So there's no right or wrong way to do it.
No, and for this particular customer, this is a great example of what Adair can do for you and for your community, because obviously there is a shortage in housing. And if you have the ability to help with that, then partner with us and everyone wins.
Triplexes, duplexes, we've got all kinds of options here.
Don't forget the custom.
Totally custom as well. Yep.
Sure.
So yeah, that's kind of where we'll leave it. We'll just say your homeownership counselors locally to you are a wealth of knowledge and contacts and just where to start, what to do, what might be best for you. So utilize them, absolutely utilize them. Otherwise, any final notes from you?
No, Katie, thank you so much for letting me join you. I love this house, and the people that are moving in are going to have a nice place.
I think so too. I think so. And thank you so much for co-hosting. And we'll be back next week with a Liberty Plan.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yes. Okay. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.